everybody, and welcome again to the interactive story. I didn't get a whole lot of votes last time, but I got a few. It seems that we're going with option A. But, get the story moving, I'm going to go with option C as well. It'd be kind of boring if I was stuck inside of, or if she was stuck inside of the hut for the whole story. Anyway, so, here we go. Part 2. The ordeal with the fire had drained much of her strength. Adding one or two logs to the little smoldering coals to get the fire started up again, she looked around her den for something to eat. The earth made a fantastic refrigerator, both in summer and winter. It kept things cool and fresh. Moving to the back of the underground den, she dug out part of a horse carcass, though it did not look like any horse as most people would be familiar with. Instead of the flat tombstone teeth, this one had little, sharp, leaf-shaped teeth designed to nip off branches and leaves. It was also much bigger than most horses, for this was the golden age of mammals, where bigger was better. Dragging the hunk of the meat over to the fire, Volveretta tore one of the legs off and started to strip the meat from the bone with her powerful claws. Miocene were an interesting people. They stood on average 10 to 12 feet tall and were powerfully built. Millions of years ago, or so the legends went, there was a species called the Amphicyclons. These great beasts eventually evolved into the Miocene people, though they had kept some of the key parts of the original build. A body stronger than any bear's, the tenacity of a wolf, and the grace of a powerful lion. The dim fire flickered across the now blood-stained face of Volveretta, her silvery black fur glinting a bit. Soon enough, though, the meat had been stripped off the bone of the unfortunate animal, and Volveretta stretched, getting herself ready for the day. Her obscenely long black hair was tied into a thick braid, with only a few strands left to frame her face. Next she opened a little wooden box and removed 6 gold earrings. She put 3 into each ear and flicked them, listening to the soft jangle of the metal. Clothing would come next. After a bit of thought, she put on her hunting outfit. It was a simple leather skirt with a fur frill and a long loincloth-esque thing that came down both front and back. Next she lashed on the fur leather bracers to keep her joints warm, the little studded leather pads on top of her feet, and the ankle bracelets adorned with the teeth of the main enemy of the Miocene, the gruntroots. Finally, she put on a simple brown cotton V-cut top. Now that she was dressed, she packed the rest of her things into a large brown sack and slung it over her back. Cold as the day was, she needed to get some food and figure out what the vision had meant. So she unhooked the flap across the entrance to her den and headed out across the frost-bitten grassland of the plains. In the distance, and to the west, there was a massive mountain range, covered in evergreens. Beyond that lay the ancient redwood forest with trees that would tower over even modern-day buildings. To the east, there was nothing but the barren grasslands as far as the eye could see, though eventually it ended in a large canyon. To the south lay the desert, snow-covered as it may be. It was still a wasteland that her people had come to call the Badlands. To the north lay the frozen lakes and rivers. Volveretta stood there surveying her surroundings, trying to decide what direction to go. And for now. So, there are 4 choices this time, instead of 3. She can go north, south, east, or west. So, vote in the comments below. If you like to keep updated, subscribe somewhere in this area. And if you missed the last part, you can find it somewhere on my channel. I'm putting this all into a comprehensive playlist for you. So, I'll see you next time. Hope to get some good votes. Bye.